and welcome to today's practice. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm joining you from Sri Lanka. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's a little bit windy, so I do apologize if there's any extra noise that you can hear, but I remind you that that is part of life and part of the practice, is to be able to accept everything that is going on around you and within you. So maybe you can notice things that are in your direct environment as well, things that maybe you find to be a little bit jacking of that nervous system, and try to find a little bit of peace with that. Try and just accept it for how it is today, meeting everything as it is in the moment. So today I have a nice side body opener for you, nice expansive practice. So a really nice energizing flow, good to do in the mornings, or if you feel like you're needing a little bit more energy. There is a playlist to go with this practice. The link for the Spotify is down below in the notes. And so you can open that and maybe get that ready before we start. So let's just start in a nice seat, sitting on a bolster, sitting on the floor, however is comfortable for you and allows you to have this tall spine. Maybe a moment to just roll out shoulders, find a bit of movement to really check in with how you are this morning physically. Any tension that's going on, any space that you find is already there. And if closing your eyes is a safe practice for you, I invite you to do so, but a gentle gaze down is also really welcome here. And so we'll just take a few moments to really find that self-awareness. So drawing awareness inward. Maybe you're still scanning around the body to see how it's feeling physically. Maybe you can start to acknowledge thoughts and feelings and emotions that are present, knowing that they are all part of it. And to practice doesn't mean to let those things go completely and have a clear mind and be able to overcome these thoughts. It is to practice alongside of them, to integrate them as part of our spiritual experience. And then maybe that focus comes to the breath, noticing how it's moving today in through the nose, down into the chest and into the belly. And just creating this really steady flow of inhale and exhale. Knowing that it's all connected, there's no pauses, no gaps. Let's take 2 more breaths here, full awareness with how it's moving. And then letting it go. Let's bring back a bit of movement. Shoulders can roll. Head can roll from side to side, just gently, softly. You can open your eyes when you're ready. We're going to meet over on our mat on all fours. So you can move any bolsters that you have out of the way. Coming down onto all fours, let's find a bit of a flow here. So take your knees about hip width apart and your feet just as wide. Take an inhale. And as we exhale, we sit back into this child pose position. As we inhale, we're going to roll up. So press the spine up as if you're doing that cat-cow movement. And then bring the chest all the way forward. Take a big breath in Exhale to sit all the way back. Use that entire exhale to come down. So long breath in, we roll up. Press the spine up, come all the way forward. Breathe into the chest. Exhale, sit bones, go back. Let's go a few more rounds like this. So moving with your breath. And only going as far as is comfortable. So that might not be this full upward dog. It might be a little less. And that's totally fine. Let's go one more. Inhale. Exhale, sitting back. Beautiful. Let's come up one more time. Inhale. All the way forward, and then soften the elbows and let yourself melt all the way down onto your belly. So then take your hands a little wider so they can come out into the fingertips and a little bit in front of your mat or in front of your face. Take your feet wide still, press down your feet. As we inhale, let's ripple up into this kind of cobra position, and then exhale, come back down. Let's go a few more here. And again, this might be a small movement. It might just be a little ripple, keeping the elbows bent and back down as you exhale. You might build that intensity with the breath. Let's go one more. Inhale. And exhale all the way down. Nice. Coming into this kind of broken wing stretch, but with a straight arm. So let's take the left arm out alongside us into this kind of 90-degree angle. We're going to roll over onto that shoulder. So we're opening up through the front of that chest. So we'll roll over to face the right. And your right leg might open up even further like this. So the foot comes onto the ground. Or you might just rest the knee down. And you can rest the head. And this other arm can just be a support by your face. So breathing here, opening through that shoulder, notice where you feel the intensity. And then breathe a little more space into that place. Take one more breath. And then exhale, roll back over onto your belly. Come through the other side, so bring that hand back in. And then right hand will extend. And again, we'll roll over onto that arm. So rolling to face left. And relax the head down. And then maybe this left knee comes up and over. You can plant the foot. Maybe the knee comes down. And again, we have this supporting hand by our face. Notice how this side feels compared to the first side. Can you soften a little more into those places that feel tight? And back to center. Yes. Let's come all the way back up onto our knees. And then we'll find a downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, lift your hips. We're just here for a moment to transition. So we're going to inhale and lift our right leg, flex the toes, and then tiger curl into your chest. We come forward to plank just so that we can drop the knee down. And then we're coming into a modified side plank. So your right hand will come to center. We'll turn this foot back behind us so that we can peel open our left arm up towards the sky. Beautiful. From here, we're taking a side bow. So this top hand's going to reach up and over. And we're pressing this left side of our body up towards the roof or the sky. Breathe here. Find more length. And then inhale, draw yourself all the way up onto that knee. We're going to turn this back foot out and then come into this kind of warrior variation here. Elbow's going to come down. So left elbow to left knee and then top arm up and over. So it's a modified side angle here. Take a breath. And then we're going to floss these two movements. So inhale. Exhale, come all the way back down. It requires a little bit of control through the midsection. Reach up and over. Inhale. And then draw yourself all the way back up. Exhale over. Find that modified extended side angle. And then inhale, draw yourself back up. Exhale all the way down, up and over. Breathe into that rib cage. Exhale, come back up. Beautiful. Let's go one more. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, come all the way down. Take a breath here. And then plant your palm. Let's come all the way back over and just step back to our downward facing dog. Again, just a moment. Maybe there's some movement. And then the left leg will inhale, lift behind. Flex the toes, keep the hips square. And then tiger curl so that we can drop that knee down. And then again, left hand comes to center of the mat. We turn this left foot back behind us. Peel open the right arm. Beautiful. And then reach up and over. And so again, find this kind of side bow. So pressing this rib cage up towards the roof. And then inhale, draw yourself all the way up. Bend this back knee so we find this modified warrior. And then start to come down for that extended side angle. And then we floss these two movements. So breathe here. Take an inhale. And then exhale, come all the way up and over. Inhale when you're here. Exhale, draw yourself up. Use the core, bend the knee. Inhale, up and over. Exhale again, come all the way down. Plant the left hand, right hand reaches up and over, and inhale. Exhale, draw yourself up. Bend the knee, elbow to knee, up and over, inhale. And exhale, bring the left hand down. And then right hand down. Let's come back to downward facing dog. So stepping back. Nice. Take a breath here. And then this time, right leg will lift. And this time we're going to scorpion that hip. So open up through the hip, bend the knee, point the toes over top of the body. And you can be soft through your elbows here. And take a gaze under that right arm. Nice. Back to center. Inhale. A tiger curl, this time to step between the hands. We'll plant the back foot on that 45 degrees. We're coming all the way up to warrior 2. So settle here for a moment. Gentle gaze over those top fingers. We have a similar kind of flow. So we have a prana pull. As we inhale, we straighten up, reach up. And the back knee will bend, the foot will turn out, and we come into a skandasana. Let's shoot all the way forward. Right hand will plant. We're coming to a side angle here. So left hand swoops all the way up and over. And if this is too intense, a block can be really nice underneath this arm, just to lift our chest a little more. Inhale, draw yourself back up to warrior 2. Let's floss this a couple times. Settle here. Inhale, prana pull. Skandasana, back knee will bend, hands to heart center. Inhale, pull yourself forward, right hand plants, left hand circles up and over, extended side angle. Inhale, draw yourself up. Settle here. One more time, inhale, prana pull. Back knee bends. Pull yourself forward, right hand plants to inside of leg, top hand up and over. Nice. And then exhale, let's bring both hands down towards the mat. Pull your chest forward into this fingertip lunge. So we're up on the toes of that back foot. And then we'll find a balance. So we shift forward, back leg floats up, and we find a standing L. So it's not a big movement where hip is opening. We want to keep hips square towards the ground. Flex the toes towards the mat. Keep the chest lifted. And then start to float your hands. Lift the chest a little more. Dekasana, or aeroplane pose. Steady here. Be soft in that supporting knee. And then bring the hands down and foot to floor. Forward fold. Take an inhale. Let's float out. Plant the palms. Step back to plank. Take one inhale here. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Float it back. Nice. And then we go left side. So inhale, left leg will lift and we'll open up through that hip. Again, we find that scorpion. So point the toes, be soft through those elbows and gaze underneath your left arm. Breathe here. Back to center, inhale. And then exhale, tiger cow. This time again, we step. Plant your back foot on that 45 degrees. We have warrior two. Open up. Windmill the arms, settle here. Beautiful. We come through that same flow. So prana pull, inhale, straighten up, reach up. And then back knee bends. We have skandasana, hands to heart center. Nice. Let's shoot forward. This time left hand plants either on the floor or on that block. Top hand comes up and over, extended side angle. Inhale, draw yourself all the way up, warrior two. And we go again. Inhale, prana pull. Exhale, skandasana, back knee bends. Inhale, come all the way forward. Left hand plants, right hand circles. Extended side angle. Inhale, come up. Settle here, exhale. One more time, inhale. Prana pull. High skandasana, exhale. Pull forward, left hand plants, right hand circles. And then exhale, bring the hands down to frame that foot. Pull your chest forward, find that fingertip lunge. And then again, we'll find that balance. So bring yourself forward. Start to kick that right leg up behind you. Keep lifted through the chest. Find a soft supporting leg. Extend that back leg nice and strong. Breathe here. And then float your hands up to Dekasana. Find that aeroplane pose. Again, soft supporting knee. Keep chest pulling forward. And then exhale, hands and feet meet the earth. Nice. Take a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Find that plank. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, hips go back, downward facing dog. And let's lower the knees. Come to sit back in a child's pose for a moment of rest here. Lowering the head to meet the earth, softening the breath. Settling our practice. And then let's peel ourselves back up to all fours. We're going to find a puppy pose here. So we want to keep our hips over our knees, reach the hands forward, and then start to melt your heart down towards the earth. And you might rest your forehead on the mat. If that's too intense for your shoulders, you can get something like a block and place it underneath your head here. And so wherever you are, we have this sensation of the heart space melting down towards the earth. Breathing here, nice and steady. Pressing down through your hands. Strength through the arms. Breathe in. Soften as you exhale. And then let's peel ourselves back up. Walk the hands back. Sitting back on the heels, and this time taking a child's pose, knees together, hands reaching back behind. And we start here again to really bring that awareness inwards. Noticing how that breath is moving now. Softening the inhales and exhales. Again, they arise and fall back into the same thing. Soft, even tempo. Notice how your body's feeling here. And then bring your hands back next to your face. Start to peel yourself up. Sitting back on your heels. allowing your hands to fall open on your knees. Letting everything settle, softening the eyes or closing them down if that's safe for you here. And so I invite you to take rest, either stay seated or finding a shavasana. Thank you for practicing with me today. Bow down in honor of you, in honor of the practice. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.